Black Ops games are renowned for their zombies experience, but their multiplayer is pretty good too. Today I'm going to cover which Black Ops Cold War mode is better, zombies or multiplayer. Welcome back to COD Central TV, let's get into the video. Number 10, side missions. In several ways, Black Ops Cold War resembles Black Ops 2 in many ways. The game offers several side missions which the player can completely ignore. While optional, it is highly recommended every player do these side quests. Modern Warfare, on the other hand, takes the player from level to level with no room for bonus missions. Only 2 optional missions exist in Black Ops Cold War, however.
You will be awarded things like the flawless Ethereum crystals, which will...
Number 9, shorter. No one expects a campaign on par with The Last of Us Part 2 or a Metal Gear Solid game when starting up the story mode of a Call of Duty title. Even considering this, Black Ops Cold War's campaign is particularly short. It helps that each level progresses the story and lacks filler, but a few more missions would have been appreciated. Modern Warfare edges it out in terms of length by about 2 hours.
Drivable vehicles. It's important to note that you don't necessarily have to visit all of these states.
Number 8, branching paths. In addition to side missions, the main levels include numerous bonus objectives and multiple decisions. These have some pretty big impacts on the later parts of the same level, encouraging multiple playthroughs. It's cool to see what changes come to different choices and what remains the same. Most of the other campaigns from the series are extremely linear, so seeing any sort of decision making is fun. Number 7, slower paced. Compared to Modern Warfare, Black Ops Cold War is a little slower paced, even though the overall campaign is shorter. Where last year's game shuffles the players from level to level all over the world, following several different characters, the recent title generally sticks with one character, save for a few exceptions. Additionally, a hub area gives the player some room to breathe and speak to NPCs, not making every moment of gameplay about shooting people. Number 6, multiple endings. It's worth playing through Modern Warfare several times simply because of how fun the missions are. Black Ops Cold War encourages multiple playthroughs because of the multiple endings. Without spoiling too much, the endings are radically different, changing the last level entirely. One conclusion would obviously be considered worse than the other, but even the bad ending is fully fleshed out, and does not punish the player for doing it, even if it is morally questionable. Then again, the whole nature of Black Ops Cold War is based on moral ambiguity.
Pull us out to the middle of nowhere rushes so Perseus can detonate those nukes.
Number 5, fewer locations. Modern Warfare story mode spans the globe from London to St. Petersburg and several locations in the Middle East. Black Ops Cold War, on the other hand, stays more focused on several areas within the Soviet Union. Players also go to Cuba and the United States to shake things up. This is not necessarily a bad thing, but for those who want a larger variety of locations, Modern Warfare takes the cake.
Extremely crucial that you make it back to the truck as soon as
Number 4, licensed music. Licensed music always helps better immerse players in an atmosphere or setting. Black Ops Cold War mainly takes place in the early 80s with a flashback of the 1968 year. Several popular songs are used to both help hype players up for the game and to help the time period feel more realistic. Those who know the classic tunes like Billy Squires' The Stroke or Steppenwolf's Magic Carpet Ride will be extremely pleased to hear them ring out loud during missions. Number 3, shooting isn't as tight. Games take more than a year to make, so Black Ops Cold War was in development while Modern Warfare was still in the works. It also runs on a different engine, so the advancements made to shooting and movement are not included in the new game. It still plays well enough and better than most other FPS games in the market, but Modern Warfare is extremely tight and quick.
and also special enemies, obviously you're going to get more reward.
Number 2 is a sequel and not a reboot. In some ways, it was positive for Modern Warfare to reboot the franchise. It grounds the action and story after the original trilogy conclusion left the world in a drastically changed state. On the other hand, it's better for Black Ops Cold War to be a sequel to the original Black Ops and a reboot, since it gives players an opportunity to see their favorite characters again. Story should always push forward instead of simply pressing the reset button. Look at long-running franchises like Resident Evil, which has seen significant changes in the gameplay, but always continues the narrative.
That you get at least one gun with the new ammo mod that deals explosive damage.
Number 1, graphics. Modern Warfare is one of the best looking FPS games out there. One less knowledgeable on the medium could be fooled into thinking it was a next-gen game. Oddly enough, Black Ops Cold War does not look quite as pristine, something especially weird considering its release on PS5 and Xbox Series X. However, the game does have a slightly stylized look to it versus Modern Warfare's extreme realism. It's not cartoony, but the characters' faces are slightly more exaggerated and the colors are bright.
Have at least a couple of perks. You'll also have at least one upgraded gun as well. Also gonna share.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.